again this week. Gonna do something a little bit different today. Normally I'm not a big fan of doing challenges. I like to just fish in the moment, go with the flow, that sort of thing. But after last week, I took a subscriber out last week. His name is Gage, and his Instagram is just full of 4s and 5s and stuff like that, you know. He's young, but he's experienced, man. He's good. I'll link his Instagram, whatever, tag, sign, I don't know what you call him, is at right now. But last week I was throwing my Kitex all day, and I got a few, I don't know, 3 or 4, nothing over 1.25 pounds, if that, and maybe I'm being a little bit generous there. And the dude came out here, he fishes a little bit differently than I do. He fishes more clear lake, more delta. He's used to throwing bigger baits. I'm used to going for 2-pounders out here. And the dude schooled me, man. He really did. He got a spot that went almost 4 pounds. He got a couple of largemouth that were between, I don't know, 2 3/4 and 3. And I think 1 or 2 largies around, I don't know, 2. And I know he got 1 dink on a crankbait, deep diving crankbait. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I started out on those trees right there, and they were only out of the water. They were only out of the water by maybe 4 or 5 inches. Now they're 4 feet out of water, 4.5 feet. So the lake's dropping about 2 foot a week. And so after last week, man, seeing Gage just rip these bigger bass on a jig, I'm gonna challenge myself today and just throw a jig all day. I've never caught one on a jig. I seriously have had maybe 2 bites on one. And I understand jigs are probably the most versatile bait out there, along with plastic worms. But jigs generally produce bigger fish. But if you don't have the confidence in them, you're not gonna throw them, and that's kind of where I'm at. I need to get confidence in jigs. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw a jig until I got confidence in them, and that's all I'm gonna throw. The time is 8:20. Water temp is 77.87, so it's not really dropping. And let's get to fishing. Enough talking. Here's the first jig I'm starting with. You can see it's brown, a little bit of pink. Yamamoto tail on there. It's a cinnamon color with some purple flake. I need to get confidence in a jig. You know, that's all there is to it. Here we go. First cast at the tree. Oh, I think I just had a hit. I had a tap. Really? That couldn't have been a fish. I don't want to catch one on my first cast. I don't care if you believe it or not. It's just in my head, I'm sure. Yay, jet skiers already. Pulling through a tree. Hey, so you guys with live scope, do you get this too? You see all these fish right here sitting right underneath my boat? Is that just me? Or are those just bluegill or what? But they're always, every spot I go to, I always have a ton of the smaller ones right underneath my trolling motor. Oh, I might have just had a hit. I think I got one. I do. I got my first jig fish, dude. What? I got one on a jig. Bro, he ain't big. You know, of course. Okay, I come out here and Gage catches them, you know, catches 4-pounders, dude. And I'm still catching dinks. Like, it don't matter if I'm throwing a Kitex or what. But this is my legit first jig fish. Wow. All right, cool. Nice. Oh, dang. Sorry, bro. Come here, let me get you. Let me get you. Wow. I'm sorry, bro. Okay, let's get you back. Enough playing with you. I'm sorry, dude. See, you can still see them all under my boat right here. There's a couple bigger ones there. I'm picking up quite a few bigger fish right there on the backside in that little pocket, like right there in front. About 4 or 5 bigger fish, which is where I got that first fish. So of course, you know, out of the entire bunch, I'm gonna catch the smallest one that's hanging out there. And I'm just kind of hopping this jig. Oh, got another one. I got another tiny one. Dude, what is going on? Well, that's 2 on a jig fish. I mean, that's 2 on a jig. How am I catching the world's... I'm catching the world's smallest bass on jigs, bro. How is that even possible? Everybody's catching like 4 and 3 and 6 and 7s and 5s, and I'm catching fish that are barely 7 inches long. What is the deal? This is where Gage caught that almost 4-pounder last week. So I figured I'd come over here. I've been pounding him off of this island top all the way around for the last 3 weeks now. Still throwing that same jig. I don't know, brown with brown. And some more brown. A little bit of pink, a little bit of purple. Just looking for any sort of isolated brush piles or rock piles. I'm getting a hit right now. Little guy, little taps. Missed him. Oh no, I got him. Oh, I had him, shoot. I thought I missed him, but I had him, darn it. Oh, I let up the pressure and he got off, darn it. Starting to doubt that jig again, man. Then it pulled me right back in. That was kind of my bad. I set the hook and I let a lot of slack go. I think what happened is I'm using a heavier Daiwa. It's just a cheapo rod. I use this with my A-rig. It's got some backbone to it, so that's why I'm throwing this jig on it. And when I set the hook on him, I think it's probably like another 10-inch or something. I think I drug him in a little bit and just didn't feel it. And then when I reeled up the slack, he was still on there. And then as I was pulling him in, he got off. But hey, man, that's another hit. I found a nice little rock pile about 50 feet in front of me. And there are fish all over it in 25 feet of water. So that's where I think I'm going to target today with this jig, since I want to throw the jig all day. I think I'm going to be targeting offshore isolated. Oh, there's a hit right there. Oh, Uzi hit. Dang. I think it might be on. Oh, okay. Let's put this on spot lock so I can concentrate. He's hitting it like crazy. I think it's this little dude. Dang it, missed him. In the last, I don't know now, 15 minutes, I had 2 hits on this jig. One on that little tree over there, and one off of this isolated rock pile. There's one. There he is. Another small hits. Lots of small hits. What's up with these small ones on jigs today, man? I mean, it feels like a bluegill hit on a Kitech. Tap, 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 tap. I don't get it. How am I still catching dinks on jigs, dude? Getting hits, though, so that's good. Thinking about... Oh, I got him. Didn't even know he was on. I feel this one's bigger. This one's better. But he didn't... He hit the Uzi hits. He must have been on the whole stinking time. This one's bigger, but he's not big by any means. Getting bigger, man. Well, I guess he's about the same size. No, he's bigger than my first one. This one's actually probably a small keeper. Look at that. Ate that sucker. There we go. Sorry, brother. Let's get you back. I'm sorry, man. Okay, he's going. He's going. You can see a little... There you go. I'm sorry, dude. I did not mean to let you sit with that jig for so long. You know, that's... I'm still learning with a jig. I don't know. Do you guys, when you guys get bit with a jig, do you just set the hook? Do you let them take it like a worm? I don't know. You can see how far he can suck that sucker down. That's 3 on a jig, though. I'm starting to get more confidence in it. This jig is falling apart, dude. It's probably 45 years old. Getting more little Uzi hits. Got him. Little guy. All right. Little acrobatics there. I popped this guy much sooner. And that had a lot better results. Still looking for that big dog. Nice little smallie. I'm finding and fishing isolated rock piles and tree brush piles and stuff like that. And that seems to be where a lot of them are at. I just feel like I'm in a nursery, you know? There's little dudes everywhere. Tap, tap, tappity taps all over the place. All those fish right there are sitting on my jig, dude. I just had one swimming off with my jig, dude. I don't know how I missed them. I pulled down my grub. There, found another pile. All those are fish. There's just isolated piles of brush all over this area, man. Brush and rocks. I can pick this apart for the rest of the day and only go another 100 yards. And 25 foot, that's perfect. I'm seeing good sized dots, man. Got another one. This one feels all right. It's coming up. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's a good one. Just a drag. Gonna need the net web for this boy. Oh, there we go. There's my 3. Heck yeah, son. Finally, I got me a good one on a jig. Oh, yeah. Bro. Nice largie. Ooh, barely got him on the side. In the face. All right, let's get a weight on him. He doesn't feel like he's that heavy. He's all spawned out or whatever. That's still a killer largemouth, man. Roar. $2.55. Let's let you go. Thank you for biting, dude. What a stud. Nice. Went to another spot, another island. Not really finding any submerged trees on this, but I did find a couple of fish hanging out in about 25 feet. Cast back there and just had one hit. There he is. I just seen that one come after it on live scope. Wow. That's funny. One hit. Dang it. I seen him actually come down for it on live scope. He's got another hit. Oh, there he goes. I'm getting little taps again. What the heck? Come on, take it. I'm off of that little tree right there. I don't understand why they're just tapping. It's got to be small fish or something. Oh, I hit a stick or a rock. As soon as it hits the bottom, tap, tap, tap. Or just a couple of taps, and then they're gone. They're not taking it. There's one. Damn, missed him. Another just one tap. And gone. Okay, we're gonna keep moving on. These have got to be tiny. Probably bluegill. Getting one right now. Threw it right in that shade for that tree. I think he might have it and be swimming out with it. Man, I wasn't ready for it. That was my bad. Lots of little dudes. They're in these trees. They're just little. Oh, jeez. Little dude's pulled my rod out of my hand. Holy crap. Oh, jeez. Here. Whew. Boy, I hope I got that on camera. Dude came up and just popped it right out of my freaking hand. Wow. I guess he wanted that. Nothing big or anything, but whew, was not ready for that. Thanks, brother. Let's let you go. Look at how ganked he is. See ya, bud. That was fun, dude. My challenge is over, man. I think if I do these challenge videos from now on, I think I'm only gonna have them go till about 1, and that's about when all the lake life gets out here too. So I threw primarily one jig the majority of the day. I don't recall what that jig was, what the brand was, but I'll post it in the description here. It seemed to do well. I think I caught 5, maybe had another 5 hits on it. Had another one on and he got off. I let too much slack in the line and he got off. I lost that jig, and then I went and put on I've got a Strike King one, so I put on a Strike King jig. Got a ton of hits on that. I don't know, maybe like another 10 hits. I only got 1 though. I'm out of here, man. I'm hungry. I'm ready for lunch. It's 1 o'clock. I got 6 and 5 hours, just under 5 hours. So that's not too bad for out here and about 20 hits on the jig. That is way more than I've ever got in my life. So I can't complain about that day, man. It was a good day. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next week.